It is time for List Live.
Hey, Jimmy John, what's on the docket for today?
I hate this show.
It's video games, right?
That's the intro.
Yeah.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, and the number one ranked spot is... Welcome back to List Life. I'm Shane Darling, alongside Connor Brown, as always. We have our guest lister, Nolan Duncan, and we have a guy that had nothing to do for the next hour, Jimmy John Jacob. He has been here before on Golf Edition. Still probably our best sports edition.
That is probably my favorite sport.
So welcome all of you. Connor, first, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Not used to the full table, but I'm excited to see them.
We are utilizing all 4 mics right now.
Yeah.
Nolan, how are you?
I'm doing great. I made me a thing of tea. I'm using some Twinings peppermint and creamy vanilla tea. Get a whiff of that.
I'm not a big tea guy.
Very strong peppermint scent. That was my exact reaction.
Yeah,
Jimmy.
it's like smelling salts.
Yeah.
But tea to me tastes like...
I'll
I'm
smell
good.
that.
Okay.
Tea to me tastes like dirty water. I can't do it.
He's right. Look at Jimmy.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy John, how are you doing?
Do you think I drink tea for the flavor? I do it for the calming aspects.
I thought he said communist at first. I didn't hear...
You think I drink it for the flavor? I drink it because I'm a communist.
That's crazy.
Hey, we want to get political today. I can't.
No. This is
It's about video
for
games,
context,
guys.
that was a joke. That was a
about
joke.
video games.
Jimmy,
guys.
how are you doing?
Amazing. I'm glad I came back on this. I've had so much time the first time around. Had to come back and do
This
it again.
is true. You have
Yes,
a package to work on right now. You're just dissing that?
He has no charger.
I played the 5th.
Okay, fair play.
Yeah.
He has till 2 Mondays from now to get that. Well, at the time of recording.
Well,
You're good.
Well, I have a Parthenon article due tomorrow midnight.
Okay.
Wow.
What's it on? What's your beat?
I got the Marshall community and Board of Governors stuff. Not technically SGA because I can't do SGA.
Isn't there one due every week?
No, 2 due every week. So I did one on Herd Life and Herd Link, how Herd Link's going away and they're starting to move over towards Herd Life. So I sat down and talked to different people about that. But now I'm talking with hopefully students about how they're feeling about the spring semester.
And you need to find 2 stories a week.
Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
It's not bad.
That's about normal for Parthenon.
Yeah, well, Abby A's, shout out Abby,
Yeah.
lifesaver. She'll send you a list of all the story ideas she has.
That's dope.
So you can do that. And then I'm also going to try to do, like the people in the MSC that you guys look around. For example, Shiaka at Chick-fil-A.
Oh, love her. She knows my name, but spells it wrong every time, and I don't have the heart to tell her that it's an A.
So
not an
whenever
A.
I go to Chick-fil-A, I get no ice in my drink because I want more liquid.
Yes.
She has literally gotten used to that by now. She goes, ice or no? I was like, no. She's like, I know you. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Get that. Anyways, Nolan,
games. Yeah,
you
video
are the
games.
official lister
Yeah.
today. You are our official guest. Nolan is the...
Hi, I'm Nolan Duncan.
Okay, yeah. No,
president.
introduce yourself.
You do it.
I'm the president of the Dead Podcaster Society. I do all sorts of stuff. I have, my own podcast that some are on indefinite hiatus. Some I'm working on some ideas. I'm working on my Tea Time show that I'm working on bringing that back. I do some radio shows with WMUL. I do Rocking the Herd with Alligator Jackson. And then at the time of recording, it hasn't aired yet. But once this episode goes out, I will have officially been a week into my new DJ show, the Variety Hour with DJ Drive and Duncan.
Hey, there you go. I've been on one of DJ Drive and Duncan shows before. When we talked about candy, that was fun. That was a good time.
I'm need to get on that, Nolan.
Hey. Are you a Broncos fan?
Broncos fan?
Yeah.
I'm a Browns fan. I want to die.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Me and Jimmy are the only ones here. That
I might bring you on. I want to bring you on for a future topic, but my week 2, which is I'm presuming this is airing
This is airing on Thursday.
Yeah. So by the time I'm doing like a show about like the Broncos and how they've had this weird collaboration with this Japanese media franchise Uma Musume because of the horse themes. So
Wow.
yeah. So
Okay.
Anyways, as you can notice this week, we are back on Just Radio. That was a lot of fun last week making
Very
the video.
fun.
It turned out great. It hasn't been posted. Well, it should be posted by the time this one is out.
Yeah, we just gotta figure out
I
the-
can't send the file.
The file's
It's
too big.
It's so much space. I don't have enough space in my laptop to keep doing it. Later on, maybe I'll get a flash drive and we will. Okay, they're making fun of me because I was moving my hand.
it's too big. The one
maybe
thing he'll never hear from a woman. Am I allowed to make that joke?
Gosh, people.
Why?
I'm sorry. I had to make one Ben Anderson joke.
Anyways, maybe. Wow.
Got Jimmy John dying over here. But
Maybe in the future we'll continue doing those. In my opinion, I think it'll work out. Screw you, Connor. You were making fun of me again. I think it's just every once in a while we get.
Every once in a while.
We'll do one on. Yeah, he's acting like it's his call. I'm the one that edits everything.
I'm just saying, but okay, you know what? Go ahead.
Talk.
Continue. No,
Don't be like that.
No, I was just going to say how I've only seen like really one clip from it. It was a clip you showed me in class. That was hilarious.
It turned out really well. I will say that. Anyways, Nolan, a few quick hitter questions before we get into it, just to get to know. We've already gotten to know Jimmy John. He's fine. Yeah. Well, so we get to know you. What got you into media?
So media, I've always been fascinated with storytelling. My dream job is writing for television, writing TV shows. I specifically want to do like children's shows, but like not like educational children's shows, like action shows like Power Rangers, you know, still teaching some lessons, but having fun with it. But when I came to Marshall, I was looking at different schools. It was a number of things, from Marshall being one of the only like local credit places, and you know they were offering me some good scholarships, and some of the professors were like, hey, you want to go into television and film, you know, journalism is a great way to get your foot in the door. So that's just how I stumbled into it, and every media related role I've had, I've just sort of stumbled my way into.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. That makes more sense. Where are you from originally?
I'm from St. Albans, which is only like 45 minutes from an hour away. I am quite literally, I would argue, I'm one of the students that's the example of just try a little bit of everything. I've been Parthenon, radio, podcasts, so just kind of been around. Only thing I haven't touched is ad PR, and I respect those two people too much to screw anything up for them. So
I like the ad PR group.
Yeah, they're chill. They're chill. They're friendly.
There's really not a group around here that I'm just like, wow, I don't like them. Maybe the frats. No, I'm just kidding. I mess with the frats. They're a good time. I've never been to a frat party. I'm under 21, so I can't drink. But you know how it is. Jimmy John's giving me a devious look right now. What's so funny?
Nothing. The one people that I low key like.
The one people.
No,
the one people. That's journalism grammar for you.
No. The ones that like, not that I have a problem with, is the people on campus that try to push their opinion upon you. Does that make sense?
So Jimmy John Jacob, pretty much?
No.
Oh, guys, we cannot name drop on this show, for God's sakes.
Bleep the name out.
Wow. Well, just hit beep.
Well, actually, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm going to need this a couple times probably.
I know.
Hey, what the?
Anyways, I'm not going to lie to you. You answered all three of my questions in one answer, because I was going to ask what got you into it, what brought you to Marshall, what do you want to do after it? So now that we got that done, we can get into video games. The quick hitter is going to be Connor with greatest sports video games of all time. I wanted to go more mainstream and more recent, so I did top 10 shooter games from 2010 on. And you can say that on air. Is there a problem? FPS or TPS?
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
FPS,
but like,
TPS,
also, I didn't count the games that are heavily story mode.
Yeah.
I think
like I don't have Red Dead Redemption or GTA.
Not multiplayer.
I don't know. Well, it involves weapons that the verb in basketball when you put up a shot. So if
it goes bang bang, it's on your list. If it goes bang bang, it's in that list.
There you go. Other than what's that singer? Jesse Murph. Bang bang into the room. I know you. Is that her? Anybody want to help me out? Jimmy John's just on his phone right now.
I think you're correct.
Not even paying attention.
No, I'm paying attention. I'm extra commentary. I got a few things I need to reserve for some of these lists.
Okay, fair play. Anyways, and then Nolan's gonna have the greatest video games of all time.
For clarification, I should have asked him, because like I just took it as like my top 10 favorite games of all time. But I guess he wanted the historical like,
what is the top
which at 10 that point, I'm sorry, Shane, but like you can just pull up Wikipedia for that, my guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, Nolan. When I opened that and saw it on Instagram, I was just thinking, what the was on my screen? It was just something terrible.
Yeah, but it's crazy because to me, when I think greatest, I think world's greatest. I don't think my favorite. That's what the word favorite is in the English
like when
language
I hear a
for.
show like List Life, I'm like, okay, it's just ranking my own opinions.
Yeah, I guess that's true. We've had some issues with that in the past with people thinking that. Don't worry.
Ice cream edition.
I checked the polls. We have polls back again. Completely forgot last night, but I got it up early this morning, so we got plenty of votes on it. And you are not.
I want to hear the comments of what people have said about it.
Yeah.
I feel like this list is like the one time people were able to look at it and be like, we know which guest is going to be on that show.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't put the guest names on there or who ranks what, and I probably should because I have taken a lot.
You've taken some heat.
It has been like people have not death threats, but genuine like, what have you done with your life to get to this moment comments, and I'm like, dude, what? Anyways, Connor, take it away. Get ready, it's the
Mine is top 10 sports games of all time. I want to kick it off with an honorable mention. I have the most recent one on this list. NCAA 25 came out in 2024. College football has been out forever. Like they didn't make games for a really long time, and they released this one. Really revived the franchise, and they're making more now. But the reason it's an honorable mention, I'd say, mainly because NCAA 26 I heard sucked. I don't know for sure if it did. I just heard it sucked. Did you play it, Jimmy John?
What you know about Quinshawn Judkins, college football 25?
I know a lot about Quinshawn Judkins. Yes,
that. It was terrible.
That dude in like the Ultimate Team sucked. Like going up against him was awful. I knew I was a media L, but mainly just because it finally brought the franchise back and revived it so well. But then they released I heard a stinker in 26, but maybe they'll be better when 27 rolls around.
I still have an Xbox One, so I'm back there. I don't play video games, to be honest with you. I play games on my phone. Heyday, anybody?
I saw you playing that in class today.
Big Heyday. So by the way, my senior year, my class went on like a Heyday frenzy. I don't know why.
Mine did too.
And next thing you know, Maddie, like a couple months ago, gets back on Heyday, and she gets me into it. So what can I say? Happy girl, happy wife.
I've gotten Peyton Cisco, a board member at WMUL. I got him hooked onto a gotcha game with me. Luckily, we're not the types who's going to spend like hundreds of dollars. Yeah. We don't plan on spending any money, but it's just, there's been this like media franchise that we've gotten into that we're just like, hey, we're not going to watch the show. We don't care, but we like the meme. So let's just see what this game's all about. So
interesting. Gotcha. Anyways, keep going.
All right. So now,
by the way, we are doing badly on time right now.
So we're going to start off at number 10. Now, I've never played this one, but like as Shane mentioned, people say the greatest of all time. So I looked at a few websites on this one, and everyone really said the firmly number 10 spot was NBA Street Volume 2 in 2003. People have said this game represents the best of arcade-style sports game. Again, a lot of head shakes from Shane Darling here. So Volume 2 combined over-the-top style with real NBA stars, legendary courts, and fun mechanics to prove that sports games don't always need realism to be memorable and impactful. And Shane, I want you to rip me in half here because you're really mad.
Well, the thing is, you put NBA Street Volume 2 on there, and you didn't put NBA Jam.
I never played NBA Jam.
What?
I never played NBA Jam.
Connor,
I never played NBA Jam.
Dude, what is wrong with West Portsmouth, Ohio?
Never played NBA Jam, bro.
Oh,
never played
my
it.
goodness.
So, Connor, let me just get this straight.
Yes.
You're judging a game you've never played, let alone be alive for.
Yeah.
As a top 10 game, but you don't put NBA Jam in there.
I mean, everywhere I looked, they would say that one was up there before that.
it's a good thing we got Jimmy John here. I don't know much about sports games.
Okay, so you'll come in the second.
Yeah.
I know a little bit
on that one,
about the Bang Bang games.
The Bang Bang games.
Bang
Bang to the moon. I know you want it.
Okay, so going into number 9.
It's gonna sound like I cut that together.
I know,
We'll just went quiet.
Okay, so number 9, I have FIFA 14, came out in 2013. It's perfected the balance between arcade fun and realistic soccer simulation. It's provided physics, authentic leagues, and smooth online play made is one of the most beloved entries in the series. My dad played this game so much. Yeah. He loves the game of soccer. He played it so much, and I got into it just because of that. I don't really play FIFA that much. Not one of my favorite ones of all the major sports games that come out, but that one I would say I had the most time in, had the most fun on.
It's my second favorite FIFA.
It's a great game.
What's your favorite FIFA?
I love the FIFA 2012 World Cup.
Yes.
It was so much. It was just international teams. It was a joke. Okay. Yeah. It was a joke, but it was so much fun because my brother, who was so much better than me, would use freaking Suriname and kick my while I'm using Brazil, but we had so much fun.
I love that. Sometimes when I go home, do you guys ever go home and you're just like, I'm going to pop it in the Xbox 360 and see what it's like to play this game again.
I don't think I have mine anymore.
I don't have a lot more.
I don't own a lot of old consoles, but there was, last fall, there was one day, randomly my brother got on, I know it's not like a super big sports games, but I know what you're talking about. My brother randomly got on a Wii Sports Resort binge.
Yeah.
And here I am having like a serious talk with my parents, like they're giving me some very important life advice, and I don't know. I think I put it on Facebook because it was a really funny moment. Here I am, like having this very important like moment, one-on-one moment with my parents. My brother's just like, and dude, we're all in the living room. My brother's just on the other end of the couch bowling like a perfect 100-pin bowling game.
He's locked in.
Like that man, he was.
I feel like that was a little bit of a diss to Wii Sports Resort. I know it's not a big sports game. That's a huge sports game.
Yeah, like I don't know. I didn't know if it was going to be on that list or not. I didn't really
I don't know. I guess we'll have to see.
We'll have to find out.
It's one of my favorite sports games.
I agree.
Yeah. I do really love that.
Now, Wii Sports Golf or Wii Sports Resort Golf?
That's a good point.
Oh, that's a really good question.
I like the selection of Wii Sports Resort, but I think
I
The
still
games
think
just
first
golf
one, yeah,
based.
golf based, and it's Wii Sports.
Yeah, I
just
agree.
straight up. But the
I agree.
locations are so much better in resort. But
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think the actual
there's.
golf.
I
is
used to
better.
like just taking the plane around. You know.
Yeah.
That was cool.
What was that smirk for, Jimmy John?
Nothing.
That's
Nothing.
what I thought.
But
A little smirk.
Anyways.
Smirk action. So going at the number 8 spot, I have Madden NFL 20. I honestly say this is the last good Madden.
Oh, I love that.
I love this Madden so much. So, do you remember the Superstar KO mode?
I do.
That was so fun. I would get like Snoop Dogg at quarterback and throw dimes at Tyreek Hill or something like that. It was so fun. It wasn't perfect in a sense, but this was the last Madden I genuinely had fun on.
Yeah.
Like, so I think this is why it has to be in the top 10. It was just such a, like, whenever like COVID hit, I was playing this all the time. Like
Ooh.
when I had nothing to do.
No.
Wait, Madden 12?
Madden 20.
20.
20? Yeah.
But I was playing pure Fortnite during COVID.
Dude,
I
will
was
say-
playing Prime Fortnite and Call of Duty and this.
I will say, Madden 20. I played that game so much.
Yeah.
I got so good at Madden. My team was
Yeah.
so good. I was top 0.1% of players. You know how you climb up
really?
the season leagues?
Yeah.
I got to the top one
Look
because
at
I
you
won
go.
so much. I got to the top 0.1.
Did
league.
you have the Eric Dickerson card?
I did not. I had the
I
one that
had
was.
that card.
I had the one that was similar to it.
Okay.
Like
It was.
Damian Tomlinson.
It was LT.
You had LT? Yeah,
I had LT. I had like a 95 Baker Mayfield at
Yeah, I did
quarterback.
too.
And oh my gosh. But I used to annoy the crap out of people because I would just run the ball. I never
Yeah,
threw
I
the
know.
ball.
Do you
I
know
never threw the ball.
how, like,
and they'd get so mad.
right when the Eric Dickerson card came out, some people buy it immediately, so I didn't have it yet. I'm like 8th grade, and these guys are running in just run the ball Eric Dickerson every single play.
Yeah.
Touchdown every play, basically.
It was. I used to get people so mad. Every game I'd come out first drive, I'd line up in goal line.
Yeah.
I'd get 2 straight first downs just running the ball. And then I'd come out and I'd call play action power O. I will never forget this. Play action power O. As soon as we break the huddle, I hot route the running back to a swing left. That way everybody's going right and just he's going left. And by that point, I'd sniffed out in the defense that he's bringing like 8 guys on a blitz.
Yeah.
So I'd snap the ball, immediately throw it to my running back. It was at least 25 yards.
Every
But
single time?
I one time had a guy end the game. The game ended. I didn't throw the ball once. Did not have one passing attempt. The guy, I've never been shoot out that badly as a as a teenager in my life. And then I also had another time. I don't know why I remember Madden 20. So this is a great
it.
pick, Connor. A guy. And we ended the game, and as you do, you go into game chat real quickly, say good game.
Yeah.
This guy went, dude, that is the greatest rushing attack I've ever seen in my life because I never threw the football ever.
You had a 95 overall Baker Mayfield to hand the ball off. That's
Well, he
amazing.
was stupid fast.
No,
for
I
he
love
was.
it, yeah.
Stupid fast. But
I
yeah,
love that.
Oh
Well,
god.
The other thing about Madden 20 I liked was I feel like that's the last Madden before it became like severely pay to win.
True.
I mean,
No,
to an
yeah.
extent.
Also,
Madden-
the X factors have gotten ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah. That's why I said like the first one was like I love that was the first one they did. Now they made like 6 more and it just gotten worse like how they do it now. Stop it.
Six
Both of you guys. We're all over
6
20. Nolan, you're like what?
I'm 21.
26.
I am not
Nolan?
over
You're like
20.
26?
I guess I'm an unk. I'm an
I am
unk.
not
You know,
over
I'm
20.
21.
You're
but
20.
I am
We're
20.
20
X
years
is
old.
greater than or equal to.
But you shouldn't be throwing those hands up or down.
I did it like 7 times in the video version. last
6 or
week.
7 times.
Any of you listening, I encourage you go to Dead Podcaster Society MU and watch the NBA edition from last week. It was so much fun.
And
Okay,
check
keep
out our
going.
other stuff on there.
So
That's true.
number 7, I have MLB The Show 16, released in 2016. Show 16 is widely regarded as one of the best baseball simulations ever made, which is very true. Its realistic pitching mechanics, detailed presentation, and strong Road to the Show mode capture the true feel of Major League Baseball. I still think there's another great Road to the Show. It's not on here because I still think this one's better. I do like MLB 19. That one I
Yeah,
did
that's the
enjoy a
only
lot.
one I ever played because I think
Yeah.
it was either MLB 19 or MLB 20 was the first one to come out on both PlayStation
It was
and
20,
Xbox.
I think, was
Yeah.
the first
Yeah.
one.
Because 16 through 19 was all just PlayStation. and
Yeah,
it
they're all PlayStation
ticked me
exclusive.
off.
They're still
Yeah.
developed by PlayStation. It's just
Yeah.
MLB
They
came in
did
and
the-
said,
yeah, they
hey,
said
if you
put them on
don't
both
make this
platforms.
multi-platform, we're going to take away the license. Which I will say, in my opinion, I think that I'm not all for limiting the consoles, but I think in terms of like expanding the sports genre, I think maybe sometimes limiting certain brands to certain consoles will encourage other.
I just think in
for
general
just
with
because
that, it makes the
them-
company more money if more
Yeah.
consoles have the access to these games.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't know why
I
they do
can
that.
see that, but I'm also thinking like
Yeah.
you want your console
Like
to look
MLB
good,
The
make
Show
a better
makes
baseball
like
game.
double their money now.
Yeah.
Unless the game just
Which-
sucks. But I haven't played a lot of them recently.
Personally, did you guys ever play MLB 2K12 or 13?
No.
So much fun.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. like before rage baiting was a thing.
Yeah.
All my PlayStation friends would look at me and say, "Hey, you gonna hop on MLB The Show
Oh,
19?" And it was like
Of course they
before
talk like
we got
this.
to COVID and like quarantine. Oh, I'm gonna go home and play MLB The Show 19. I was like, yeah, you guys are just.
So in 2017 on the Xbox 360, I played MLB 2K12.
Yeah.
And I obviously nobody else is on that server. Nobody's playing that game but me. So I'd always play just single player or whatever. And one day I thought, what if I played online? I sat there on my iPad 'cause I didn't have a phone yet. I was too young. For like a half an hour, just waiting to see if I could get into a game if anybody else was out there. I got into a game with somebody. I kid you not, me and that guy probably played 20 times. I genuinely think we were the last people on the or the MLB 2K12 server.
That was like some random like 30-year-old that time. He's like, you know
Probably.
what? Let's just whip it out for one
But the
more
crazy
time.
thing is, we didn't even add each other as friends.
You didn't?
We Connor just
was
looked
bad.
at Jimmy John and said to stop it. But we didn't even add each other. It would just be like if one of us were on, we'd try to get into an online server, and then if the other one was on, we'd play a game. But if not, we'd just sit there, or at least I would just sit there for 20 minutes, see if we get. It was so much fun though.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, so going
We're
in,
20 minutes in, by the
Yeah,
way.
we are.
Yeah.
So going into the number 6 spot, going into some boxing here, I got Fight Night Champion, released in 2010. Unlike most sports games, Fight Night Champion delivered a powerful narrative through its story mode while maintaining realistic boxing mechanics. The physics-based punching system and emotional storytelling set apart from other combat sports games and made one of EA's most underrated titles. It's really before the UFC games really got big. They made this one first, I believe. This one's really good. The story mode's really good, but also the online play is really good. I saw a video of some dude. Mike Tyson's in that game. And he saw, like, bro, he has, like, 10,000 wins. And he's like, bro, this guy was like, bro, he said he left the game. He's like, bro, this guy has no life. I'm not fighting this guy over 10,000 wins. Like, this man has over 12,000 matches played. His game's been out for, like, 8 years. What are you doing? But it's just one of those, like, I don't have any other UFCs on here because this is, like, the core fighting game, I think.
I've never played it.
I haven't either. But speaking of the UFC games, I don't even like. I'm not a big UFC guy.
I'm not
You want
either.
to pay for pay-per-view, I'll come watch it, but
Yeah.
I don't need to watch every single one. There's some fun games, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
Be able to
dude.
hit a crazy roundhouse kick.
Did
was
you play
crazy.
the third one? Yeah, Conor McGregor was on the title.
Yeah.
Was on the that's the game they introduced where you could be like a double champion. In that one, that was so fun. You go from like light heavyweight to heavyweight and become a double champion. That was so cool.
Jose, are you listening?
Jose, keep the bell glistening. McGregor's coming for you. He'll do you in two. Walking in McGregor Wonderland.
There's only one Conor McGregor. There's only one Conor McGregor.
I love they did that like literally during the
Yeah.
trash talk section, wherever it was. Like, that was so funny.
That section's hilarious.
That is
They're
the-
just all up there. You ain't gonna do. He's gonna beat your mother.
That is the best press conference of all time.
Oh, 100%.
Hands down.
100%.
I love that one so much. So currently going into number 5, we have a Madden here. Madden NFL 2005 came out in 2004. Madden 05 is often viewed as the gold standard for the Madden franchise. The introduction of the hit stick, strong franchise depth, and smooth gameplay made it both fun and realistic. Many fans still argue this is the era of Madden that have more depth than modern versions. If you look at older Maddens, the amount of detail they put in those games compared to the games now, it's kind of embarrassing. When you see like how you literally they would open up that game, you'd say, I saw one clip like the Chargers, like the Raiders are playing the games at LA. You see the tailgate outside of the commentators are talking, and they don't sound like crap like the new ones do, in my opinion. And like it shows the in depth. It shows like it's actually like a real game. They get into the stats of everything. They just go in depth of everything. And now just kind of just like lazy with Madden now. It's like, oh, we're gonna make profit back if we put Josh Allen's face on it or Lamar Jackson's face on it. It's one of the NFL players, and they end up getting like, what is it? They call it the Madden cover curse. Like when they suck after they get on the cover. Yeah, I just think it's like the golden era of Madden.
What console was that on?
Xbox 360, I believe.
I remember playing Madden 05 on the DS. Or no, on the PlayStation Portable.
Yeah, that was on. I think it might have been. I don't remember when the Xbox 360 came out. I think it was in the early 2000s. But then it was in like the PlayStation 2 or something like that. It came on.
Yeah.
Or like the original
PlayStation.
Xbox.
Did you guys ever play Buzz on the PlayStation 2?
Yeah, I did.
No, I did not. My first
play
console,
Buzz?
my first video game console was the Nintendo Wii that I got from a
that's fair.
cousin.
That's fair.
My family wasn't really big on electronics when I was growing up. My first consoles were the Wii and the DS,
So we had a PlayStation 2. We played Buzz, which is basically like a 5-button game for children.
I did play
On-
the PS1 at my grandparents' house because they randomly had gotten a hold of my cousin's old PS1, and I just remember always playing the Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase video game, but I could never save it because they didn't have memory.
Yeah, they didn't.
Dude, that was great. That was a great one.
I played the Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase on the Wii.
Was that-
Yes.
So I did a little Google. Like the Xbox 360 came out in 2005.
I was born in 204.
year after this game came out. So I think they eventually put it on those next generation consoles at the time. So I do remember playing this on the 360.
Yeah.
You want to hear something crazy?
What?
I never had a Wii growing up.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Yeah, at the country club.
Whoa.
A drag queen. Sorry.
No. What you know
The
about
queen of drag.
What you know about the Xbox Kinect?
Yep.
Yeah.
I used to
Yeah.
play it with my mom. We used to sit there and play Xbox Connect. We play like football. She whooped me, dude.
Yeah.
We'd be playing football and she'd be kicking my. I don't know why I'm using that so much today, but seriously. But the dude Buzz on the PS2. Oh my gosh. So this is not this Christmas. The Christmas before. Me and my 3 siblings, mind you, we were 25, 24, 21, and 19 years old. No, that ain't right. Somewhere around that. 18 years old. We were playing Buzz on the PS2 at Christmas time because that game is so much fun. Oh my god.
My mom got into Zumba at one point, and I just remember as
What?
a kid, my mom randomly found like a cheap copy of Zumba for the Wii when I was younger.
Oh.
And she started playing that, and me and my brother would like join in.
Isn't that like the fitness thing?
Yeah, it's the fitness dancing game.
Yeah, it's a fitness.
Yeah.
Can you play that? Or is it just like a video that plays?
No, it's basically just dance, but intended for fitness instead of just dancing.
Interesting.
Were you about to make a fitness?
Whoa!
Hey,
Were you
I
going
was,
to make a
I was going to say fitness joke.
Yeah, he said that was really good.
Moving on, Connor.
Keep
That was
going,
really good.
Connor.
So number 4, I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, released in 2000. This game changed extreme sports gaming forever with fast-paced gameplay, iconic soundtracks, and fluid systems. This game was easy to learn, hard to master. I had it on the PS2. Why are you laughing, Shane?
I had a Tony Hawk skater game for the Wii, but it was the one that came with the big board. And I
had that
remember
too.
me and my brother never even ended up playing that much because we could never get it to work right.
Yeah.
So especially my brother, he was a big like playing with trucks kid. So he would always just use the little skateboard device as a ramp for his cars instead because we could just never get it to work.
What was the game that it was a skating game, but you could like tell what bones you were breaking?
Skate.
Yeah.
Skate 3.
That's-
I think,
3.
yeah.
That's a good
Skate
game.
3.
That's a good game.
They released another one called Skate. It sucked.
Wouldn't that
Like
be
just-
Skate 1?
No, they released it's like a reboot. It's called Skate.
Oh.
They made it. It's
Yeah, that's
kinda-
what they
it's
do
kinda-
every time
it's
they
kinda
reboot.
trash.
They
Yeah.
just get rid of the
They
numbers.
start- yeah.
That's true.
So-
I love how in Christmas time Fortnite brings back OG because they know
Yeah.
that's when everybody's going to play. That's
Yeah, 'cause-
hilarious.
yeah, it's when we-
And then they just go bank on the fact that they're not
My
going to
mom-
have as
my
many
mom got
people
me
the rest of the year.
V-Bucks.
Okay. You know, there's no need. That felt like a personal attack at me.
It's like, well, I wasn't trying to attack you. Did you? Did you?
Your mommy doesn't buy you V-Bucks anymore?
She used to. Not
Yeah,
anymore.
mine used to too.
I buy my own V-Bucks now. I haven't played Fortnite.
Shut up, Jimmy John.
Jimmy John.
I say used
Connor.
to too.
Connor.
All right. Top 3, game on the podium. I have number 3, NBA 2K17, released 2016, represents the peak of the NBA 2K franchise. I believe it's my personal favorite one. Playing realistic gameplay with an engaging my career mode. Shane Darling is death staring at me right now because he think,
not.
yeah, you are.
Oh my god.
The game features smooth controls, balanced animations, and a strong online presence. I thought my career in this one was the best, as well as the park in this game. I personally thought it was the best. I love this game.
2K16. The park was so much better.
2K17, the park was so much better.
See, this is like, I don't know.
I have no
This
idea
is-
what
but
you're all
both of
talking
them.
about.
This is my problem. Is 16 and 17 were two. What?
6, 7.
Dude.
We're children.
We're children. Jimmy John, continue.
No, but 2K16.
Hey, you don't get to tell people when to continue. I do. Jimmy John, continue.
I hate you so much.
2K16 and 17 were like the last two peak 2Ks.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting a new shot meter every 2 years.
That is true.
3 years. I got people using Zen. Like, you don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
When I
That's
load
nuts.
into a park game, this man is playing me. Has 1,000 matches played and 95% from 3. Are you kidding me? Go outside.
It's so ridiculous. They don't miss shots
No.
anymore.
Okay, wait, Jimmy John. Do you have the newest one?
Yeah.
2K26?
Yeah.
Is the green rebound thing real?
Yes, it is.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You have the green or rebound
No,
now?
you don't understand. You don't understand. I was playing with my cousin the other day. Shout out Brooks, and we were playing.
Kepka?
I had.
Dude.
Keep going, Jimmy John.
Keep going. We got to hurry this up. I got a
No,
class.
so I get a green rebound with I had like Devin Vassell, who's about 6'5", 6'6", and I get a green rebound, but the 7'4" guy, or he had like someone that's 7 foot, and he doesn't matter if he gets green or whatever, still gets
Matt
a
Van
rebound. It's the
Komen?
dumbest thing ever.
Matt Van Komen?
I'll keep my comments to myself.
All
on
right,
him.
go ahead, Connor.
Okay, so coming on number 2, we have Wii Sports, released in 2006. Probably the
Gotta be.
it revolutionized gaming by making sports accessible to
Heck yeah.
everyone.
Heck
Is
yeah.
the most sold video game of all time because it came with
Yeah.
it came with the Wii. So I got that for free.
Hey,
basically.
that's Reggie Fils-Aimé for you.
You know it.
Hot take. Actually, no, this isn't a hot take. I think this is agreed upon thing. If the Wii did not come packaged in with Wii Sports, I do not think the Wii would have sold as well.
Agreed.
Agreed. That's why everyone got the Wii.
Yeah.
And really, also, what was your guys' favorite? Why are you doing that to the microphone, Jimmy John? Anyway, so what was your guys' favorite like individual game on the Wii Sports? Mine was bowling.
I hated bowling. It was
Really?
so
You're wrong.
boring.
You're wrong.
It was so boring.
Okay.
It's the same
It was.
thing over and over again.
Original Wii Sports, I'm between boxing and bowling.
What? Those are
Wii
the two
Sports-
worst games.
I was between
You
boxing and
freaking need a nunchuck
boxing
to go bowling.
and
Yeah, that's
baseball.
Why do they make you need a nunchuck?
I could never
It's
get.
like freaking Wii Sports Resort with that
No, no,
adapter.
hey,
no, pipe down. No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For Wii Sports Resort, it's I don't know if we want to talk about that one yet, but like it's got to be the plain mini games for me.
That is fun.
Wait, let me just
Yeah.
pose this question about boxing. For boxing, did you guys ever play the boxing one? Then you get the real bad side cramps.
Yes.
Because you're punching
Yeah.
way too
No,
hard.
I
No.
literally like
I would just.
literally like the mat, like the very last one you had to fight, dude. I literally felt like I was
Yeah.
going like prime Mike Tyson. It was so bad, bro. Like that's literally who you're fighting. That's what it
Yeah.
felt like to fight prime Mike Tyson.
I liked. See, now I'm different. I liked baseball and tennis.
I see. That's
Tennis
where
is
I'm
good.
at.
I love baseball.
Oh, yeah,
golf
no,
was
I love
clutch.
tennis.
I like
Yeah.
golf too.
Love
Golf
tennis,
was
could
the
never
most,
figure out
like-
baseball.
I remember as a kid, the most relaxing one. Like I love golf so much.
Yeah.
That one was so fun.
Golf is just a relaxing
And
game.
maybe
There's
in a
no way to
future
get-
episode we need to rank Wii Sports games.
We should do that.
Honestly, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
All right, so number 1, the all-time greatest sports video game of all time, NCAA 14. This is arguably the best one of all time. They're one of the greatest college football video games ever made. Stands out for in-deep dynasty mode, authentic school traditions, and strong gameplay balance. The ability to rebuild programs, manage recruiting. I think the recruiting is handled a lot better in the older games than it is in the newer ones. I don't like how it's handled, and I just think like this truly embodies college football as a video game.
Yeah.
It's one of the last good ones, and it still is the best like sports game ever made, in my opinion.
I think
I agree.
Yeah, it's valid. And the other thing that makes it so good is for 10 years, you
Yeah.
didn't have any other college football game to play with.
2013, and then it was just that forever. Like it was 11 years until they made another one.
But I love that game. Speaking of recruiting, the last thing about this, and then we can move on to the next one. For the college football games, it pisses me off that I can only have 4 to 8 recruits come visit my school.
Yeah, bro.
And then I open my Instagram and it says, Alabama had 150 recruits visited this weekend. I'm like, dude, I'm at Ohio State.
Do you know what is the stupidest thing about that? Like the newer ones.
Which one?
I would have like the new like 25 and 26. Like I would have a guy like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come to your school for the
Yeah.
whole year. The last week of the season, nah, I'm going to Clemson, dog. Like,
Yeah.
what do you mean?
No, I feel you on this, but the worst is when you get through there and you're through the Ohio recruiting battle, and he's between OU, like Ohio University,
Yeah.
and Ohio State, and he's a 4-star, and he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to take my talents to OU. You're like, dude, they went 3-9 last season. I've gone undefeated for 4 years.
And you're 100% going to be at least a third string on OU. Come start for me.
Yes.
Like, come on.
Oh my gosh, I hate. It grinds my gears a little
It's
bit.
bad.
Alrighty, so I only have one game that, dude, it's got to be on there.
What is
Where's Mario Super Sluggers?
Oh yeah.
I've never played. I know
Personally,
I did play it.
Oh, that's so bad.
I
Anyways, we have our polls again today. You got a B.
I will take
On
that.
the dot.
I will take that.
Um,
Do I have comments?
excuse me,
concerns?
that's mine. Actually, did you get a B? Oh wait, no, yeah, you
I
got
did.
the B. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
NHL 12 question mark. That's
No.
from Jimmy John.
Yeah.
No, bro.
That was a peak.
I feel like there does have to be an
There has to be an
on this
NHL
list.
game.
No, I personally could never. get into them. I think I played 13. I think that was the oldest one I played. I never played 12. Was 13?
13 was fun.
13 was
Yeah.
really fun. I really enjoyed that. I mean, obviously, I'm like, as a kid, like I used Pittsburgh because that was the most fun team to use. But I've never really, like now, I've never tried the newer ones at all.
Hunter Haas says genuinely a perfect list.
Well, he's probably going to say, actually, my dad made NCAA 14. So
guy has, like, all
why
the
are we
lore.
getting personal? Asher, a guy named Asher says NCAA 12 clears 14. The Nostalgia
does
Act
not.
is the only reason it's
that
considered. the
that
best.
was that the Tebow cover? 12 or 13 was
I have no
Tebow? I
idea.
forgot.
13 was Robert Griffin III.
Okay, was 12 Tebow?
Might have been.
Okay, I can't remember which one was Tebow.
Well, you got to be to start it off.
I'll
Our
take it.
first ranking of the semester because my bad on last week. Anyways, we're gonna flip the order now. Nolan, we're gonna have you go second. What?
I'm leaving.
Okay.
Dang.
Jimmy John's out.
The rest of the games.
Anyways, Nolan, we're gonna have you go second here. We're gonna move up your best video games all time, just in case, because you got to get going. to
Well,
class.
I already told the professor I was gonna.
Well-
might be a little late.
yeah, but
besides
so
my-
we'll do this.
Mine won't take too long.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
So
It is mid-range time, everybody.
Shane Darling, I didn't ask for a clarification. I wish I had asked because what he wanted was like the overall, like just general. I thought it was my personal list. So of course, like overall general, I'm gonna run through that one real quick. Of course, number 10, I'd say something like Witcher 3. That's just revolutionized the open world RPG formula.
Can I be honest? The combat in that game sucks.
That's why I'm putting it at number 10.
Yeah.
Because like I tried playing it, just couldn't.
Are
get
you
into it.
restarting this list?
We're doing
No. I'm just doing like a quick little
okay.
run through of like
Okay.
what I think the popular list
Okay.
will be. Number 9, I'm gonna put something like Call of Duty, specifically Modern Warfare 2. That's just one of the most well-known ones.
Modern Warfare 3.
Modern
3.
Warfare 2.
3 was better.
Modern Warfare
Yeah.
2.
3 was better than 2. 100%.
Ooh, multiplayer.
No doubt. No. 3
Campaign was
No,
better than
3 was better
2.
than 2.
The campaign was better
Nobody
than 2.
gives a crap about the campaign.
Yes, I do.
On Call of Duty. Yeah, and you're an idiot.
I'm gonna put
You're
number.
an idiot with a mullet.
I'm just looking up like best video games of all time. Number 7, I'm just gonna say Resident Evil 4. I just know when people talk about Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil, that's the one they go to.
played
Even
it.
though a lot
Thank
of
you so
people,
much.
especially with the remake of 2, have loved that one. What number are we on? 6.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Last of Us. That really did a lot for the survival horror
Should be
genre.
higher.
I'm just doing my best to run through it. Number 5, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, that's
yeah. Yeah.
That's understandable.
I'm gonna say number 4 would be. I'm gonna say GTA 5.
Okay.
Number 3, I'm gonna put Skyrim.
Okay.
Number 2, I'm gonna say Red Dead Redemption 2. The number 1, Elden Ring.
Yeah, did you play Elden Ring?
Actually, I did play a little bit of Elden Ring.
Whoa. We are
that
missing
list-
2 significant games here. We are missing
Tetris and Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah. Well, I have a whole speech about Minecraft I'm gonna give.
Tetris.
I'm just
I don't
listen,
know.
man.
I don't know. If
I
we're
had to
not-
do like
Tetris,
just
not
a
Tetris.
generic general one, and I knew I had to like put the big popular one
Tetris
somewhere
is
because I
like a.
those
I
are
don't
the
know.
one. Most of those outside of Elden Ring, I have never played, but I have a lot of respect for.
Okay. Tetris is like its own thing. Also, the greatest prime in a game of all time.
Minecraft. I'm sorry.
Fortnite.
Oh,
Fortnite.
well, yeah.
Fortnite, and when like in 2019, Modern Warfare, that was a good prime. When Warzone came out, the battle royale for Call of Duty,
Yeah.
that was a good prime. But Fortnite,
right.
yeah, that's the best one.
All right, go ahead.
So my list was like my personal favorite
Yeah.
games of all times. I'm gonna go over my honorable mentions first.
Okay.
My first one was Need for Speed Heat.
That game is so
I
good.
never played the older Need for Speeds. I have a lot of respect for the Need for Speed series. The reason I put Heat in my honorable mentions is I am the type of guy, I will play a racing game if I'm like suddenly like I have to be in the mood, and trust me, that mood will just hit me. Like past few weeks, I'll go home and I've been playing Need for Speed Unbound. I hate that one, but it's one of those like I hate it so much, but I'm like I just am tired of like not winning all this stuff. So I'm like I just need to play it until I win.
Yeah.
something. It's like I've been locked in like this one win a car race for a long time. Finally beat it, listening to like the silliest background music as well. But I loved Heat. The reason I don't have racing games higher is just actually part of the reason why I don't have a lot of shooters on this list. I have a few like physical disabilities in terms of like reaction speeds. So
Okay.
I've never really been able to enjoy these games at like
Yeah.
their best simply because I just can't react.
Gotcha.
I love a game like Need for Speed Heat. I loved keeping the day and night cycle separate. I actually liked Heat's story. And honestly, the biggest crime is that they shut down Ghost Studios because it was clear that we were supposed to get more story for Need for Speed Heat. There was clearly meant to be like some sort of DLC story expansion, and that never happened because EA. I'm sorry. I know all the sports games people love them.
It's a horrible company.
Hate EA
Yeah,
with a passion.
It's a horrible
It's not
company.
good.
My next honorable mention is the game Trails from Reverie. That is a part of the long-running Trail series. I'm not going to explain that series. It's a game by the company Falcom Studios. They make other series like the Ease and Xanadu series, old JRPGs. Trails is effectively the MCU of video games, just from how... God, there's about 10 games you have to play just to catch up with the story. Luckily, I don't think the extra like spin-off novels, audio dramas are necessary. It's mainly you just got to know the games.
Okay.
I have not played the most recent 3 games, which are the Trails Through Daybreak duology, as well as Trails Beyond the Horizon. What I'm currently playing is Trails from Reverie, which I love as a JRPG. I think it takes the systems from the Trails series, expands it a lot. I love the way you have to like mix up these little crystal things called quartz to get you the right magic skills. But I love how they have, it's not everything tied to an magic point gauge. There's this combat point gauge that also recharges through just regular actions. I love it. I also love the way they break up the story. Instead of like you just randomly being tossed between the different casts, you actually have a system designed to move all 3. You follow 3 main casts, and you follow them throughout the game, and you're able to control at what points to swap over. And in fact, the game even implements that, 2 casts might be in the same dungeon together, and you have to swap between the 2 to solve puzzles, which is really cool.
Okay.
My next honorable mention, I think at least the people who know this is my list might be surprised, because I love talking about Yakuza and the Like a Dragon series. I have the 7th game. In America, in the West, it was called Yakuza Like a Dragon, because the series was originally called Like a Dragon in Japan. When they globalized it, they just called it Yakuza. So Like a Dragon 7 was sort of is a soft reboot in the sense of they're continuing the series, but with a new protagonist and a new combat system. And I would have put Yakuza 0, but I love JRPGs too much, and they move away from the brawler beat-em-up style gameplay to turn-based combat, but they do it in a way of it makes sense because the main character is actually a little schizophrenic. I love the new main character, Ichiban, and even though I love JRPGs, I've loved... in fact, you can put the whole Yakuza series in that honorable mention because I've loved what I played of 0. I'm excited to play the Kiwami games. I know some people hate it, but I'm excited for Yakuza 3 Kiwami. And I've been playing Judgment on the side. Judgment is a great legal drama thriller. It's great. It's amazing. You actually play as a private detective who was a former attorney. It's just great. I've heard that the sequel Lost Judgment is one of the greatest video games of all time. That series is connected to Yakuza. Okay. So now onto my main list. I'm sorry that one took a little too long.
You're good.
Yeah, no, Yakuza Like a Dragon specifically, I have that one because I love the class system. I love a good like JRPG like class system where like, everyone basically is the same, but they have their own skills, but you can change their jobs, but they use actual real world jobs. So like, main character, he can swap. Of course, he has like his silly schizophrenic job like hero, but then he has main job classes like construction worker, rock star, he has chef, he has hippie. It was just like really silly little plays on a genre. So my first one, I am not a big platform guy. Once again, few physical disabilities. I have no depth perception. I've always struggled with platformers. I just can't get into them. But I loved Astrobot.
Is that the PlayStation?
That is the PlayStation game that won Game of the Year. Team Asobi knew what they were doing. I am a little happy PlayStation finally has a mascot. When my PS5 is the first console I've ever bought on my own. When I got a hold of that, I did the little Astro's Playroom. It's one of the few games I've actually platinumed. Okay. I didn't platinum Astrobot, but I loved it. I thought it took what made Astro's Playroom great, but did so much more with it. I loved the little, hey, instead of just sticking 3D models of the actual PlayStation characters, let's give you little robots designed after the characters, and it was amazing. And I loved that not only were there PlayStation characters, there were also third-party characters that are synonymous with the PlayStation brand. I also think it just had really solid platforming. I loved the hub world. I loved how it opened up over time. I loved how the hub world also had the little things, but I also loved how like the spaceship is a giant PS5. And I loved the final level where instead of a big platforming level and then a typical platforming final boss, you basically wrote, because Astro's Playroom, you had a collection of every like PlayStation device ever. You know, that was the collectible for that. Those come in handy in, not like carried over, but they come in handy in this one because the final boss, you fight the alien that caused you to crash. And the spaceships are every PlayStation device. I mean, you got guys flying in on controllers. You got guys flying in on memory cards. It's amazing. Crazy. It's a little like shooter. It was a fun one. My number 9 is Legends of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I know a lot of people might say Breath of the Wild is better, and I can see the argument.
I would say that personally.
I think atmospherically, I think Breath of the Wild does a lot better in terms of making you feel alienated, and I do like, but also I like a little bit of hopeful fantasy. I like the rebuilding aspect. My only real actual issue with Tears of the Kingdom was the fact that they would just kind of act like yeah, the technology. Peyton Sisko's blowing up my phone. They kind of just acted like yeah, the stuff from Breath of the Wild happened, but outside of like one scene with the Guardian hands for the new like towers, it was like there was no mention of that technology anywhere. But I personally really liked Tears of the Kingdom story. I liked the time travel aspects. I liked the way it played with the timeline a little, even if they still have that thing a holy mess. But also, I will say I liked the power skills compared to like the ones from. The only one I miss was the bomb, and that's just because that one was really useful for combat, but also some puzzles. But I liked having the grab arm instead of just the magnet. The time stop one was okay, but rewind was really fun to play with. I will say. For puzzles, that is. Combat-wise, I never found myself using most of the powers, but I did like the construction ability. I remember learning how to make the little hovercraft, and so you just like have, instead of like a horse, I'd just like always like, I'd use the auto build, fly around Hyrule. It was a lot of fun. And I loved that they kept, you know, they always advertised the sky portions of the games, which actually was a very small portion of the games. And I loved how they waited until people got their hands on the game to be like, hey, by the way, you don't just explore Hyrule, you explore the entire underground, which is a perfect mirror reflection of Hyrule.
Yeah.
Okay. That's also why Tears of the Kingdom is the only one I have like completed in terms of all the shrines, because of a gimmick where all the little like light roots in the deep dark were actually where the shrines were in like the overworld, which was nice to mirror off. Number 8, this is a proof of like why I'm saying like this is my personal list. Pokemon Black and White were my first Pokemon games, and I love them. I love their story. I think they do a great job of like trying to soft reboot the franchise while also kind of having a more mature storyline with the whole topic of Pokemon liberation and whatnot, but also having a genuinely like insane villain. I also loved the little like overview of how, hey, this character might have been abused as a child, but you genuinely grow to care for this character and you feel bad when you have to fight him finally. And also it's just a fun game. I also don't mind that you're forced to use Gen 5 Pokemon. Whenever I play a Pokemon game, I want to use the new Pokemon. Unless an existing Pokemon gets a new form, then yeah, I might use it. But that one is purely there for nostalgia. I know some people will say Gen 4 is the best. Some people will say Gen 3, Gen 2. No one's going to say the newer ones because the newer ones are so divisive. Though I will defend Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. If I had actually played Black and White 2 as a kid, instead of being like, oh, I'm a stupid little kid, why do I need that version when I already have that one would probably be there because I've heard great things about it. Number 7 is Bravely Second End Layer. This one is divisive for people that know about Bravely Default, that series, because if I was a Japanese person talking about it, I probably would talk about how much I hate this game, because the version I'm talking about is the Western release, in the sense that when Bravely Second first came out in Japan, it sucked. It was not a good game. The way they implemented the sub-quests and whatnot was just horrible. But the Western release, they fine-tuned some things. They also took out a stupid gimmick where there was a time travel plot, because like you'd have to like each sub-quest to get more job classes. I'm sorry this is taking so long.
You're good. You're good.
Each job class for the sub-quest would like have 2 branches where like you could get this job now and this job later. But like literally they would tie it into like the little storyline of the subquests. So for example, the first one you come across is like this desert world where this guy's like, I want to use this crystal to like help the poor. And this other guy's like, I want to use this crystal's water power to help like create all this like renewable energy. And you're like, well, one would be better immediately, but one would be better long term.
Yeah.
In the original Japanese version, every subquest actually had 4 endings. The first ending you could only get because you were required to do 2 playthroughs because of the time travel plot. The first playthrough, it would always be the bad version of whichever choice you chose. The second version would always be the best outcome.
Okay.
Which meant that if you wanted the good outcome, you would have to, even though you wanted all the jobs and classes available, you would have to choose the one you already chose the last time, which they took that out for the Western release. Another reason why I love Bravely Second is because of the way it's not. Bravely Second gets really kind of meta-narrative in the sense of the game knows that the characters know you exist. In fact, Bravely Second's plot features a character from the first game who was like the whole reason he starts unconscious and unable to like even live and like be awake is because your soul was like residing in him for most of the first game. Now he's like possessed by some other guy and it becomes a whole plot point. But the whole game, the cast kind of knows you exist. And in fact, to start the timeline, the loop reset, you have to do New Game Plus. And there's even like a whole little gimmick where the character's like, wait a minute, I've been here before. Because the game opens with one of those classic, you just get defeated by the big bad. I would have put Bravely Default 2 because Bravely Second didn't sell well. So when they made a new game for the Switch, they just called it Bravely Default 2. It's set in its own timeline. The story of it is okay, but it's just not as strong, and it's actually hindered by the fact that unlike the previous games where you as the player were a character that was separate, the game was like, actually, because we have like this silly little multiplayer feature where you just send off a boat that just, when the game's in sleep mode, will just collect stuff. We have to let you use other names. So it took away from the fact that the main character really needed his own name. And they had, like in the demo, when you play the demo, he has his own name. You are not allowed to change the name. They just changed it last minute for no other reason. I don't know why. Number 6 is another personal favorite of mine, Watch Dogs 2. That was my first Watch Dogs games. I actually bought the newest Watch Dog two winter breaks ago.
Garbage.
Got it. Yeah.
Garbage.
No.
That game sucks.
I spent $10. No. I got the gold edition. $10 online.
$10?
$10. Worst $10 I've ever
That's
spent.
too much money. That
Yeah,
game was
no.
awful,
The
dude.
only redeeming quality of that, like I genuinely tried to sit down, and it was like I didn't like how the player character doesn't have a personality because they're like, the whole city is dead set. And I was genuinely like, I'm not playing the base game. So I was like, I'll try the DLC. And I really wanted to play more of the DLC, but I was just like, I've got too many. Because like I genuinely loved the character of Aiden from the first game. I genuinely loved Wrench was one of my favorite side characters from Watch Dogs 2. I didn't get to the part where you get to play as him, so I'm really sad about that. So like I might go back and like play the DLC stories, but even then I'm like, do I really want to re-download Watch Dogs 2? Watch Dogs, whatever it's called.
I will say one thing about that franchise. I really think they absolutely killed it.
They did.
With Legion, but I will say one thing.
That sucks.
I do like Watch Dogs 2.
Yes.
It's a good game. I personally think the side characters are a billion times better in 2.
Yes, that is why I loved it.
That is why I loved it. But I will say one thing. I like Marcus as a character, as a main protagonist, but when you have Aiden Pierce, that guy, and what the story of the first
Aiden
game
was so much. Yeah, no.
is what makes. I understand that the gameplay in terms of combat, even what I loved about the second one, they kind of made it.
Yes,
Ubisoft.
you are right.
What I liked about the second one, Ubisoft kind of implemented some type of Assassin's Creed in it with the mobility. I love they made Marcus acrobatic because he was a lot younger than Aiden.
Yeah.
And the hacking was a lot better. You literally drive a car with your phone. Yeah. And that game was a lot better. But the story and overall protagonist of Aiden Pierce is why Watch Dogs for me is better.
Yeah.
But I do think they were in the right direction in the second game.
You see, I love the characters, but it's exactly what you said. While I do think sometimes movement and combat is a little clunky in number 1, there were certain things I loved that you could carry every weapon type at once in Watch Dogs 1. I didn't mind being limited to only 2 guns, but it really did make it really difficult to play a certain way because I was like, okay, I'm limited to a taser. If I want to go stealth, I have to take the silenced pistol.
Yeah.
and then a sniper, but then I'm really limited in
I think
combat.
Also, I understand it's a video game and it's
Yeah.
not real, but I think I understand that
No.
Marcus's main
Sorry.
Marcus's main melee weapon was a freaking yo-yo.
I thought it was just like a
It's a
set
yo-
of like,
it's
oh
a
yeah,
yo-yo.
no,
It's a yo-yo. He would like knock out these
The
heavily
level of
armed
aura.
guards. He has aura.
Yeah,
I
he
won't
has
lie,
aura.
He has aura.
Yeah.
What I do love about Watch Dogs 2 more is the customize your character.
Yes,
How you can make
yes.
him wear whatever. That's a lot better in the first game. Like I'm actually replaying the first game
Yeah.
right now. It's still really good, but they give you like base preset outfits for Aiden. That looks like his basic one, but different colors.
Yeah.
But you can only give Marcus like whatever he wants, and it's
that
really fun.
I need to get back into them, but the reason I brought it up is because I started replaying Watch Dogs 1 and 2 both, because when I bought the gold edition of Legion, it came with all of the DLC for Watch Dogs 1, so
good.
that got me replaying that. And then like I got Watch Dogs 2 DLC on sale because I didn't mind that Aiden Pierce was only in one side quest. I wish he would have been involved more.
Yeah.
But it makes sense for the tone of Watch Dogs 2.
Yeah.
T-Bone being in it made sense. I loved the main members of DeadSec. Wrench, I've always wanted to get a mask, the mask that belonged to Wrench, because
his
it's
Wrench
so
mask.
cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. Horatio is
That's
one of my-
actually
yeah.
who I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
I love Horatio.
I do
Horatio is
too.
one of my favorite side characters. I didn't mind that he was like less involved because, it turns out he's a member of DeadSec, but he actually works for the Google knockoff
He
of
works.
this game.
He works for Bloom.
But not as like a double agent for them. He's worked.
Oh no, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember the Google mission. Yeah, it was basically Google. I remember that. Yeah.
But the worst part is, because I remember people talking about it, it was like he never existed in any promotional material. I think there was more meant to do with him,
Yeah.
but then they were just last minute. They were like, because like I hate how he just dies off in a side mission.
Yeah.
Not even a main mission. But then it's like he's never brought up again.
It was his death was very
and
anticlimactic.
it's like you got that amazing mission with him and then nothing.
I agree.
But I'm sad Legion's killed off the series, especially when they were hyping up the whole, well, it's actually in the same universe as Assassin's Creed. And I wish
Do you know like that was the biggest cash grab ever? People would get back at the game because they started mentioning,
Yeah.
they started talking about.
Well,
Assassin's
Legion's
Creed
one of the
Syndicate.
DLC characters wasn't a member of the Order of
I know,
Assassins.
And that's stupid.
I wouldn't mind them like bringing it. Honestly, I wish they would bring in characters from Watch Dogs to the Assassin's Creed, because maybe that would also help revitalize that game series.
Yeah.
But Watch Dogs 2 is special. It was also one of my first M-rated games.
Yeah, it was mine too, actually.
Yeah. I'm happy I got it because like I got Watch Dogs 2 at like the start of the pandemic for like $20 at Walmart. Then I actually got Watch Dogs 1 for like $15 at a pawn shop.
Okay.
So like I love that series. I love it. I'm actually probably going to take a weekend to like, because I started the DLC for Watch Dogs 2 and actually a full replay through, and I'm going to try to finish it because Jordy Chin from the first game appears in the DLC. For number 5, I have Helldivers 2.
Yep.
This is one of my favorite games, but in the sense of I hate that I can't play it because I don't have a lot of friends that like, most of my friends are the type who are like, oh, we'll play it for a while, but then like the next big friend slap game
That's
comes out.
mine. Yeah, that's how my friends.
Me and you
did
need to play it.
We need to play
we need to
Helldivers.
play it.
Me and my friends like that when it came out. I remember we played it like crazy. I think didn't it?
I
come
love-
out in 2024.
Yeah, like it's a like
my
I
senior
love
year, the second half of my senior year of high school came out.
I love Helldivers simply because of how big of a project
Yeah.
it is. I feel bad because Peyton Zisco, he was actually like, you want to play Helldivers a few days ago, and I was like, I keep my PS5 at my parents' house because I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't need but 2 video game consoles at college. I don't need to be distracted.
I have that on PC.
So
I
like
have Helldivers on that.
one weekend when I'm home, I'm getting you and Peyton into a game.
Get me in
We're
there. I'll get
dropping.
on.
We're dropping.
Oh, we're dropping. Where we're dropping, boys.
I don't know. Number 4 is Minecraft. I say that,
Very true.
I'm one of those kids grew up on YouTube and whatnot. I didn't actually get a copy of my own copy of Minecraft until like high school, and that's just because.
What?
Wait,
Well,
really?
I had a little Kindle Fire that I would play it on,
Yeah.
but I didn't play it a bunch. I didn't really get into it, like actually playing it on. I'd always watch the videos because I loved the game. I loved the creativity of it, but my family just wasn't big on technology, and like I said, I only had like a Wii and a DS for most
the
of my
amount
life.
of time when I was a child, like having that game. I know it came out in 2009. I had it on Xbox 360. The amount of time I think I wasted as a child
My
playing
sanity,
that game.
my sanity in college has been saved by the fact that me, a buddy of mine from high school, and a few of my buddies here on campus, we have a big server that we all hop on together and just we'll do whatever.
That's fun.
We're on like our 3rd iteration of the world now.
My friend said that do you play it on PC or
I play on
console?
Switch,
Oh, okay.
which
We
sucks
play it
because like
on-
most of my friends play on PC, which means I'm holding everyone
Yeah,
back.
we play it on PC and we mod the crap out of it, and it's so fun to do that. One of my friends though has we call his PC the rust bucket because it's so trash.
Yeah.
And he can barely run like anything. Like it makes me so mad because like he can run Elden Ring perfectly on his PC, right?
But you can't run.
But he can't run Minecraft. No, he can't run base vanilla Minecraft.
Why?
I'm like, I don't know. I think it's the chunks because there's
'Cause
so
it's not
much.
as
Yeah.
good as-
Yeah, the game doesn't end. Basically, it's just an endless world.
So my number 3, this is one of the ones that I understand is making people go WTF. Metaphor Refantasium.
I've never heard of this.
Never heard.
So I will admit, it's probably bad for me to put this one here because I haven't finished it. I've actually only just started it.
How dare you?
I love Atlas games, but I've only played a handful, mainly just Persona 5 and SMT 5. The reason I love Metaphor is it takes what makes Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal a great game and just builds on that concept. It builds on the gameplay in a way that actually, the problem with Persona games and most Atlas games is they have this stupid calendar system where like, you're limited in your actions. It's basically like you get so many turns a day, and if you do these actions, you can't do stupid. I hate it. I know people love, that's why most people love Persona, but I
Is
hate
this
it.
made by the same people who made Persona?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is also why I love Metaphor, because first off, there's no like stupid, the protag can romance any character. And secondly, the cast is all adults. It's a fantasy world where all the characters are adults. There's no, it's because like I don't like how most Persona games are set in high school.
Yeah, I can see that.
Especially when Persona 5 is like, you can romance your teacher. And I'm like,
Whoa.
yay.
That's now Shane Darling's favorite game.
Love Persona 5. Like the
Dude,
base story of
that's
Persona 5 and
disgusting.
especially the Persona 5 Royal version, I loved. Just don't like all the extra stuff. And Metaphor Refantasio takes that, and it's just such a great story. Great combat system. I love the system. I love the little job class system it has. And I'm excited to keep playing that one. Number 2, me and you have actually talked.
We
about
have
this
talked
before.
about this one.
Alan Wake 2 is genuinely one of my favorite games. I have not beat it. I am in the final few chapters.
You need to beat that game, man.
I am not a
It's
horror
so
guy.
good.
I admit. I'm playing this game on I think easy, but I don't think I put it on story mode. But I think I put it on easy.
Yeah.
Because good news, I'm a lot braver than I thought I was. That fight against I can't remember her name. The Lady of Light.
Mary?
No. From you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, the Lady of Light.
Yeah, the lady.
I know who you're talking about. Yes.
When I got to that chapter, I was kind of spoiling myself because I was like, okay, what's a good, like, I kept running into spoilers and I'd be like,
Well, the game's been out for over a year.
yeah, and that is my
there's
fault.
that, yeah.
But it's like, even though I knew what happened to her, even though I knew, and I was like, I hate that. I hate what happened to that character.
Yeah, it's awful.
Especially with the whole lore of Thomas Zane and Thomas Zane kind of using her.
Thomas Zane, I think, is one of the
wild.
coolest characters. Did you play Alan Wake 1?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
thank God.
I made sure to buy both. I didn't speedrun Alan Wake 1.
I did.
But, I put it on easy.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
What I love about Alan Wake 1, it's an action-adventure game that I genuinely was getting scared in that final chapter because me and Dr. Quick, the director of the PageBit School of Journalism, we were talking about it. Me and him love the creepy atmosphere. I'm not a horror guy. I actually don't mind that Alan Wake 2 is a horror game.
Is Dr. Quick a
He's
gamer?
He's a gamer.
Really?
Do you know how many times
don't
me and
get
him
that
have
vibe?
No.
I
Do
get
you know
that
how many
vibe.
times me and him have sat in the podcast club room and like talked about video games?
That's amazing.
One too many times, like so many times. But I love Alan Wake 2 system.
I think, sorry to interrupt you, but I think like Alan, when you play as Alan in that game, and when you're in New York City, and
Yeah.
there's the shadows, like you would have people like walk around, and go like Wake, like say his
Wake.
last name. Or
It
whatever,
is so
like,
eerie.
Basically, Shane, Alan Wake is a game where you play as this writer, and basically he can write what happens to reality to make it a thing.
What?
I
That sounds
actually-
awesome.
And he goes up
Love
against like these shadow monsters who you have to fight with
The dark
light
presence.
or a flashlight, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I do agree. Like, I think it is one of the better horror games
Yeah.
I've ever played.
And I recognize like he's going on a phone call.
He has a phone call,
I recognize, we can keep talking about it.
Yeah, we got it. Let's go.
Alan Wake 1, I feel like I didn't speedrun it. I played it quick and it only took me like 2 weeks.
I
to play
remember
through.
I was like,
But I
'cause
loved
I
it.
pre-ordered Alan Wake 2, and I remember I was like, okay, I'm playing Alan Wake 1. I'm playing Alan
Yeah.
Wake 1. I kept putting that game off so long. I
so
had
good.
like,
So good. Barry Wheeler shall not be disrespected
I agree.
in this building. I love Barry Wheeler.
I love Barry Wheeler. There's like,
I'm sad that he wasn't in this one, but I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm still happy it's not like we just wrote him out.
always referenced though.
in fact, because of how much I've loved Alan Wake 2, I'd actually played it when it was free on PlayStation Plus, but I went in because I had some money and it was on sale. I bought Control Ultimate Edition. So once I finish Alan Wake 2, I'm playing Control because they announced Control 2.
Now, they did announce Control 2. Now, like with the company Remedy, like, did you play Quantum Break?
No, I have not. I'd never had an Xbox.
Dude,
Have you seen the theories about Warland Orr? And like, because the guy who plays...
because he's in Quantum Break.
Well, the guy who plays Tim Breaker... his actor was the main actor for Quantum Break's main character.
Rest in peace, Lance Riddick. Love that guy.
They even said the guy, if Lance Riddick was still alive, they would have had him play Warland Orr.
Yeah.
Like I love that they are connecting Alan Wake with Control. The only thing keeping them from connecting all those with Quantum Break is the fact that unlike the other games, Microsoft still owns the rights to Quantum Break.
And again, I think rights issues are like the stupidest thing ever.
It is because like why can't you just let Remedy have them?
It's dumb, man.
My only problem with Alan Wake 2 is the flashlight. I don't know if this was like an easy mode only feature, but at least with Alan Wake 1, I liked that, first off, you had to channel the flashlight or you could just flash it, but if you used up the charge, it'd recharge.
Yeah. I
don't like how you just have to press one button and it flashes. But also, like, I'm at that point in the game, I've upgraded Saga's weapons enough that it's just... I don't even need the flashlight. I just point I take the hunting rifle, I point it, and it just goes right through them. Like, there's no reason for the flashlight in this one, except for Alan's portions. And even then, like...
Well, her thing was because Alan's was more internal, and you got to fight the shadow demons, basically.
But even then, like, you don't
physical.
even have to fight that much.
Yeah.
What I do like that they make Alan's less about combat and more about the puzzles.
Yeah.
I don't, especially because you have to manipulate reality with the whole writer's room. I love that. The reason why I love Alan Wake, I'm a big music guy. I don't know if it's been updated yet, but eventually, my staff page on WMUL's website is going to be filled with references to Poets of the Fall and Old Gods of Asgard.
I was about to say, that was good.
Do
you know how much
I will do it. Me and you, we're doing an Alan Wake show for the variety hour.
Do you know how hard I was laughing when it was going to like... obviously, you're through like the back half of the game now, right?
I beat the Lady of the Light.
Okay,
I am in the final few
section,
chapters.
like where you're playing as Alan and you're like working your way through the show.
Oh my god! The level with I love that. That is the very reason when I saw clips of that is when I saw them perform at the Game Awards, I wanted to play that game right then and there.
It's when you unlock the flare gun. For Alan.
I love that.
And they do all that. It was I was laughing because it was so I was like, bro, this is amazing.
Dude, I may or may not have Herald of Darkness in my head all the time.
I love that song. It's good.
Oh,
but yeah, Alan Wake 2 definitely is
a great
up there.
game.
I understand it's in like your personal like top 5. I think at least in general might be top 10 all time.
Yeah, no, I get that. Good. I get that. Only reason it's in my top 5 is because like I play a lot of JRPGs that feel a lot of samey, so Alan Wake 2 is a nice breakup.
Yeah.
Another honorable mention, I'm not going to go into detail about this one. Dave the Diver. It's a great diving
I wanted to, but I've never got into it.
It's so much fun. It's one of those games, I'm actually like out of interest right now, but I know once I get in a mood. My final game on my list is my favorite game of all time. It has one of my favorite stories. It's my favorite way to wrap up a story saga. One of my favorite romances, and that's saying something because one thing I didn't mention about Bravely Second. Bravely Second has one of my favorite romances. It's basically the fantasy version of Starfire and Nightwing with 2 of the main cast members. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 has one of my favorite party systems, one of my favorite combat systems. It has my favorite DLC expansion. It's Xenoblade Chronicles 3, especially if you have access to the Future Redeemed storyline, is a great way to honor the legacy of Xenoblade Chronicles. I know they did the remake for Xenoblade 1. They didn't change the combat. I played Xenoblade Chronicles 2 first. Loved it. Tutorials don't really explain the combat that well, but it's so much fun. Unlike most other JRPGs where it's either just like action RPG or turn-based, this one plays more like an MMO. Mm-hmm. Just because of a gimmick in the first one, they realized, hey, we cannot make the ability to see the future work in any other combat system unless we do like auto battle systems.
Now, I do have a question for you because I have been wanting to play these games.
They are fun.
I've never played. Can you just like give me a brief little like what is the gameplay like in these games?
Like I said, it's very MMO-like. Okay. So you'll of course the party grows, but you only take in 3 at a time, except for Xenoblade 3, where you actually have all 6 party members plus a 7th hero. But that's for story reasons.
Okay.
The first 2 games, game 1, you play as Shulk and his party. You have him and like 2 others or whatever combination of the 3. And you basically will target an enemy. They'll pull out their weapons. You run up. They just start auto attacking. And the only actual thing you have to do is move around the characters, because some skills will actually require certain like placement in the battlefield to like increase damage or kick off effects. And then of course you just wait for the abilities to charge. That's why Xenoblade 1 isn't my favorite. Xenoblade 2, at least the charge rates are actually tied to your auto attack. And there's like all these things like canceling auto attacks that help actually charge faster, which just makes it so much more fluid. It has a gacha system, not paid. It's like there's actually no way to spend money on this game outside of like the DLC. It's just a little gacha game feature where like you unlock the blades, you get common blades, but of course you want to pull for the legendary blades because also they open up more quest lines. Xenoblade 3 actually combines the two because Xenoblades 1 and 2 are like two separate Earths that have to merge. So half the party starts with skills that are recharge over time.
Yeah.
The other cast, they have the auto attack, but it is a perfect match of like the two systems. They do things that are just I just love that game. I love that game so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is my rant. That is my rant. I want to hear, because I know just because I misinterpreted, I want to hear the comments. I can already tell you.
Well, we heard what Jimmy John said.
Yeah.
About
I
the
can tell you what
list.
Veronica Pointer, Nick Ryder, and Peyton Sisko said. Veronica Pointer said, that list bad. Nick and Peyton just said, where's Expedition 33? I want to hear the
Dude,
flaming.
Listen. Like, it's like, have you seen the memes by Exhibition 33?
Oh, dude. I want to play it just because I want to know what, yeah.
All right, so as a grade, you got a D.
Yeah, I expected
Puts
that.
you at second lowest all
Okay.
time. You're still above Alice.
Allison is dead
Allison
last.
got an F. I think Morgan was down there too. Somebody may have got a D minus, honestly.
That was
So you
Morgan.
might not even be bottom two.
Hey. I just play a lot of single player games. That's my fault.
A kid named Zaire said, like a dragon is elite ball knowledge. So you got a good one.
Under Yakuza.
Jimmy John WTF is on my screen.
Who cares about Jimmy John's opinion, you know?
I agree.
That might be the only comment you got. Surprisingly, you got bad. Oh, best video games all time. My girlfriend Maddie said Minecraft #1, Fortnite #2. You know what? I agree with her. Say what you want.
I'm not a big Fortnite guy.
Fortnite was the greatest prime in video game history.
If we were
Fortnite
talking
from,
about like original Fortnite, yeah, I'd be like, yeah,
2017
it's good.
to like 2020 Fortnite. Yeah.
I don't like my issue with Fortnite is they are using a lot of properties and the characters that I don't think are good for a game targeted towards children.
There
That
was,
especially has a
like-
fairly, I would say, nasty monetization process.
There was like an 8-month stretch where the only video game being played was Fortnite.
Like, I'm not saying Fortnite's a bad game. I just don't like their monetization process.
Anyways, that's all.
Yeah.
See, your comments were not that bad.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, but yeah.
Hey.
Anyways,
may not
Nolan,
play
we'll
good
let you
games,
run
but-
off
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
class.
got a class.
class no.
We'll
All
let
I'll
you run
say
off the
is
class.
Modern Warfare 2, good shooter. Apex Legends, good shooter. Overwatch and Overwatch 2, dog water.
Welcome to the final buzzer.
Alrighty, well, no one's left. We started with 4 people. We're down to 2. Just
us now.
So I'm just going to go through my list quickly. We're not going to take too much time, especially since this episode is already the longest we've had record
way
to
much
date.
so.
And Connor's got to get going. The girlfriend is getting mad, and you know how it is. Happy girl, happy world. Anyways, best firearm video games of all
There
time.
you go.
I think
That's the way
best
to word it,
Or
yeah.
not of all time, from 2010 or later. This one I've never played, coming in at number 10, Far Cry.
I will say shortly I have played all of them. Not all. I played from 3 to 6. Far Cry 4 is, in my opinion, the best one out of all. Out of
I just put a Far Cry.
Okay, but
I
do
basically
agree.
just meant the series.
It's one of the better FPS ones out
Okay.
there.
Also, an honorable mention. I'll put Modern Warfare from 2019. I think it's a great,
Yeah, I agree.
great
Yeah, I
most
agree.
recent Call of Duty. Number 9, I got Rainbow Six Siege. It's fantastic. I actually never played it. I only played it like at people's houses. I never had it myself. It's a fun one.
I had it, and like it's one of those games where like people get like it's one of those games where like people get too good at it, where you're like it's
Yeah.
not fun to play anymore.
Yeah,
That's what happened to me.
That's true. 8, I've got Overwatch. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fun game.
I
played Overwatch 2.
I played Overwatch 1, and my
for sure.
girlfriend Drew, she played Overwatch 1 and 2, I think, also. And there's a point where she got really good at the game, she said,
Yeah.
like when Overwatch 1 was really popular. And recently she got back into the first one, and she's gotten really good again.
I sucked at the game. I was so bad.
She's pretty good at
My
it.
friends used to make me be the tank and just say stay in front of us and protect us, or stay in front of us so they'll shoot you, not us. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, okay. Number 6, 7, Battlefield 1. Honestly, I think Battlefield 4 is probably the most
I
understood
think it
favorite.
is.
I only played one, so I put Battlefield 1. I think that is a great actual representation of war.
It
Like
is.
you have to run a long way.
It's the most realistic
It's-
war simulator. It's really good.
Yeah, I agree. That's a fun one. 6, I got Counter-Strike CSGO. I think this really popularized the Battle Royale.
It did, yeah.
I think this was the first game that everybody was like, yo, Battle Royale is a lot of fun.
I'm so bad at it, but it's.
I never played it.
I'm horrible at it.
I never
man.
played it. I only watched it.
It's free.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's free.
I did not know that. Also, number 5, haven't played this one either.
Either? I haven't
Well,
played
I don't
this.
have a PC, but Valorant.
I've never played it.
It's
It's
a
literally.
yeah.
It's just CS:GO, but different. That's what I've.
It's
seen.
just search and destroy. It's
Yeah,
literally
it is.
all it is from Call of Duty. Modern Warfare is search and destroy? Yeah.
Yeah, Modern Warfare Search and Destroy.
Do they have it in both Black Ops and
I don't
Modern
think it's in
Warfare?
Black Ops.
I don't think
no.
so.
Black Ops is just big for zombies. That's what Black Ops has.
I love zombies.
Yeah.
Wait, it's Modern Warfare, Black Ops. What's the third one? It like randomly switched. It goes from like Ghosts to World
It's
at
Black
War.
Ops,
It's so weird.
Ghost, World at War, Modern Warfare, like.
But, like,
World War II,
Ghosts,
Cold War.
Ghost, Cold War, World War II. Those are all like its own segment, and then of course Black Ops has its own segment. Modern
There's
Warfare
another
has
one
its
that
own
was on
segment.
Infinite Warfare.
Yeah, that one too.
Yeah.
It's so weird how they run it. Which I think Infinite Warfare was a part of Modern Warfare. That segment.
Maybe
chunk.
I think it's made with the same people, but it was made. That game was set in the very far future, and it was in space.
And then they all fall under Call of Duty. It makes
Yep.
no sense. 4, Halo Reach.
That game is so good.
Halo is a fantastic set of
game is
games.
so
It's
good.
so much fun. It's unrealistic to a point where it's still fun. I think things get a little...
Well, I mean, when you're fighting aliens with a
ridiculous.
laser sword,
Yeah,
you know, it
yeah.
kind of gets you a little bit.
Well, but like, I hated Black Ops 3. The running on the
Okay,
walls,
yeah,
the
I
flying.
can see
I
that.
hated that. I thought it was so stupid.
See, they
You either have
yeah.
to be so unrealistic to the point where it makes sense, or not unrealistic to a degree. Like
Yeah.
that game was trying to go in the middle.
Yeah.
It was like futuristic, and it was like, dude, no. But yeah, that was fun. Modern Warfare 3 at number 3. That's the best Modern Warfare, not Modern Warfare 2. You're wrong, Connor Brown.
I think Modern Warfare 2 is the best one.
The Terminal. Great map.
Okay, Terminal's a good map.
I
yeah.
remember playing gun game in the terminal, and you end with the javelin, so you shoot the missile, and then it shoots up into the air like 100 feet and drops down 20 seconds later. When you're playing gun game with 3 people and you're on that last javelin, you're
That's
trying to
good.
kill somebody.
Yeah.
You're basically just shooting at random spots, hoping that it lands on
Yeah,
them
I
when they're
agree with
there.
that.
So much fun. Number 2, in my opinion, the best Call of Duty of all time, Black Ops 2.
yeah.
Had the greatest zombies by
Easily.
far. Not even close.
Also, the greatest map. Oh my gosh, what's that map name?
Nuketown.
Nuketown. Thank you. Nuketown. That's my favorite gun game map of all time. Is Nuketown.
Nuketown 2025 is officially in the past. Crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's weird.
Crazy.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, but Black Ops 2 is so much fun. I feel like they overcomplicated zombies starting in Black Ops 3.
Yeah. they did.
Black Ops 2 zombies was just like you either had one map and you were just surviving for as long as you can. You had the mystery box, you had your perks, and then if you wanted to do something a little bit different, you go to transit where you take the bus to the different
Yeah.
towns. And then they started doing you had to go to so many different levels in Black Ops 3. It just started not making sense anymore.
Yeah, I agree with that.
yeah.
It was just kind of a mess of a game,
Yeah.
I think.
And then the greatest firearm video game that came out in 2010 or later. I don't care what you say, it's Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Don't
yeah.
care.
No, I do agree with how like I mean, Jesus, it's still huge now.
It's
like
still
this
big.
game has been out. It's almost 10 years old now, which is weird.
crazy.
Like
Crazy.
almost 10 years old, and like the fact
The
that
Battle
it's still-
Royale is almost 10 years old. The game itself is from like 2007. The
Fortnite's from 2007.
yeah, the Save the World.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, but the
Though
Battle
Royale
Royale
was almost 10 years old.
Yeah, it's so much.
So that's crazy though that it's been going on for that long and it's still as prominent as it is now.
Yeah, I mean, kids were trying to skip school. I did it. I got it.
I wanted to,
skipped
yeah.
school. I pretended to be sick in order to stay at home
I
and play the
remember
game.
like you know, Mom, if you listen to this, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
like when it was like really a huge game, I remember like me and like 2 of my other friends, we were just like, oh, I'm sick, Mom,
Yeah.
I can't do it. And then we played Fortnite all day.
How much money do you think you spent on V-Bucks?
I'll be honest, not that much.
I don't think I did either. I'm probably sitting around
Wasn't
maybe 150. Maybe.
mine is 100% lower than that
oh,
because
okay, my bad.
no, mine's at least like probably 80. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it was very much.
well,
I used to get
because-
them as like gifts, like
yeah, I did
Xbox
too.
gifts,
Yeah, I did
gifts,
too.
but I didn't spend.
I would get like PlayStation gift cards and I would use it for that.
Well, thank you for tuning in. That was a wild ride.
was-
We had
yeah.
4 people that start, ended with 2. Thank you to Nolan and Jimmy John, who aren't here anymore. Connor, this was fun.
Very
you got to
fun.
get going. We're going to end this up pretty briefly. We'll be back again next week. And basically how we're going to run this show, mainly going to be radio from here on out. But, who knows? If we come up with a topic and we're like, you know what, let's do a video edition, we'll do a video edition. It really wasn't all that much more editing to me. It definitely was more time consuming, but it wasn't all that difficult. But, yeah, the big deal is just the space. I have no space for it.
55 gigs, you said?
It's insane.
Yeah,
I
that's crazy,
can't
dude.
send it to Nolan
You
because
need
it's
to
so much
get the
space.
YouTube password and
I do,
you need to get
but
that
we'll
and then upload
see.
it yourself.
Again, check that out on Dead Podcaster Society MU YouTube. It's a lot of fun. The seeing us while we're talking is a lot of fun. And that's weird to say. I might talk about trying to get it posted on WMUL as well on YouTube. We'll see. But thank you for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be back next week.